Hello, everyone. I apologize. I'm in my sleep attire again, but I'm not bothering to change out. My OCD again. I'm not able to get to sleep until I record this, which means after I sent an email to Donald Dunn, who's I was recording Stories with Donald Dunn today, and the topic, right, like in CTP3, the book, chapter 21, Mark the Beast, came up, this foolish notion, the slippery slope. Oh, it's okay to eliminate the penny. No, no, it's not. Because then the nickels next, then the dimes next, then the quarters next, and now we don't need any cash at all. Let's go to the cashless society. Everything will be digital. And as I've said, other places, in my Before It's News article on this, uh, is it the delusion versus reality, or I forget which piece, but you know, the delusion is I was at A&W the other day and I didn't realize I forgot to go to the ATM the night before like I was supposed to. And I'm sitting there and I've got two singles in my wallet, the only cash I had. So I had to dig out the credit card to pay for a $6 lunch, right? Oh, not a problem, not a big deal. But that spurred the thought, how great it could be if we had a cashless society. We all had a little barcode, and right, you don't have to worry about having cash anywhere. They just scan everywhere you go. The mark of the beast. If we lived in an honest world, that could be great. It would be very convenient. But we do not live in an honest world. We live in a fallen world. We live in a dishonest world. It never has been honest. It never will be honest. There will always be liars and cheats and people who want control over others. Hence the story of the mark of the beast. How convenient it would be if we all had the barcode and just use it that way. But it's not for our convenience. The cashless society is for the convenience of those in power to have control over you. And people don't get this. And it was part of the discussion of me being on Stories with Donald Dunn. But he then, right, if if we have the mark of the beast, they can turn off your buy and sell or transact in any way, shape, or form ability. The slippery slope, and people always, oh, that'll never happen. This may happen, but that won't happen. And then that happens. Oh, but that other thing, then that other thing happens. Oh, but it'll never get that far. You fool, you conspiracy theorist, you right, the people who warned you about slippery slopes over and over and over, and you never pay attention. But this slippery slope, we keep sliding further down these slippery slopes and people not waking up because people want to live a delusion like everything will turn out fine. There aren't power hungry control freaks wanting to destroy everybody's lives and have control over everybody's lives. You know there are. You see it every day. When are you going to own up to the mark of the beast is around the corner and we must fight it now? And that includes standing up to Trump wanting to eliminate the penny, because that's the first step. He's a useful idiot in that regard. I don't think he's overtly part of wanting to head to Mark of the Beast, even though he's setting up a digital currency office and opened the Bitcoin and all that stuff. He thinks he's being pragmatic. What he is being, again, a useful idiot, a tool for those moving us towards the mark of the beast, for their power. He'll be gone, long out of power. This is the second term. He's done. He'll be gone when that happens. And he will wake up and realize, oh, geez, what did I do that I allowed this in motion to get to that? Because he doesn't have anyone smart enough or strong enough to step up and say, you're claiming to be a Christian, but you don't understand the mark of the beast story. So again, the Donald Dunn show and mark of the beast came up, and Don said, well, that won't work with me. I know how to hunt. Well, that made me thinking, and again, my OCD not letting me go to sleep until I emailed him. Well, that's great. Do you have a well on your property for water for when they shut off your water supply from the city because you can't buy, sell, or transact anyway? Do you have solar panels and windmills to generate electricity when they shut off your electricity because you can't engage in transactions and pay your electric bill? Do you have an oil well on your property so you can pump your own oil? And do you have your own distillation facilities run by solar panels and windmills to distill that oil into gasoline for your car that you can no longer buy, and diesel for a generator if you have one to help when the wind ain't blowing and the sun ain't shining? Uh, and what about that property you think you're going to grow your own food on? Unless if you've got hermetically sealed mason jars, lifetime supply of seeds, where do you think your seeds are going to come from to plant that garden and raise some of your own food? You won't be able to buy the seed. And that hunting, do you have a hunting license? What happens when you can no longer pay for the hunting license? You don't think they will put out an APB for your arrest to lock you away for hunting without a license? And what about that car if you're able to distill your own gasoline to put in it when you're no longer able to pay for the registration of the car, for your license plate, or renew your driver's license? You don't think they'll put out an APB to arrest you for illegally driving? And your property, your house, you think you're going to keep your house when you're unable to pay the property taxes they'll still be demanding, but not let you pay because they shut off your ability to buy, sell, and transact in any way? People don't think these things all the way through because they find it unfathomable. They find it unbelievable until we've slid down that slippery slope so far that it's then too late for them to wake up, that these things not only can happen, these things will happen, right? What else do they have fees and registrations for that you won't be able to engage in because they won't let you buy that license, that registration, once they shut off via the mark of the beast your ability to transact in any way, shape, or form? So, oh, it's great that you can hunt. And do you have a lifetime supply of bullets? Where do you think those are going to come from if you run out? Uh, what else was I thinking? I mean, again, with my OCD brain, yes, I go there. I can go there. I can see the end state of that slippery slope that most people refuse to ever consider until you're at the bottom of the hill of the slippery slope. Then it's, damn, all those people warning about the slippery slope were right, but now that we're at the bottom of the slippery slope, it's way too late. You can't go back. It's too late now. Are you going to wait till it's too late to stop this, nip this in the bud? And it starts with the elimination of the penny. Think it. Think it through. Don't feel and just dismiss, oh, it'll never come to that. That local theater here already is right and eliminate the penny. Oh, so we round up to the nickel. The nickel's gone. Oh, we round up to it. No, 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 no. You're not going to round up everything to the nearest quarter, including my taxes, right? In Michigan, we have a 6% sales tax. Your state may or may not have the property tax thing for that, but do you have a sales tax? If you're not able to cover that, what are you going to do? Obviously, again, if you can't cover the sales tax, then guess what? You're non-compliant for taxes. You will be arrested. You will be locked up. So, local theater here rounds everything to a quarter, right? This may be $3 even, or $3.25, or $3.50, or $5.75. Everything's to a quarter. Well, what about the taxes? Oh, the taxes are included, right? We'll pay the 6% level taxes on the item. So we will only stack quarters in our register. So if it comes to $6.50 and you give us a 10, we give you $3.02. We don't have pennies, nickels, or dimes in our register. Now, are you getting this yet? The slippery slope? For now, pennies are still legal tender. So if it comes to $6.25 and I give them a fin and a Washington single and I dig into my change purse and I give them a dime, 2 nickels, and 5 pennies, they must take them for now, because they're still legal tender. They must accept them, but they won't keep them on hand to give back as change. They only stack the quarters. So at the end of the night, it's a lot easier for them to cash out the tills. Are you getting this yet? Have you figured it out yet? Do you not see where this is going yet? And it all starts with the elimination of the penny. And again, when the pennies are indeed gone and outlawed, oh, we're rounding up to a nickel. So when you go to the store, everything's rounded to a nickel. Up. They'll never round down. It rounds up. And the 6% sales tax, right? Well, there's no pennies. So guess what? That's now rounded up to a dime because you don't have the pennies to go with the nickel. So it's rounded up to a dime. If it would normally be $6.47, it's now $6.50. I'm sorry. I want to pay the $6.47. No, I do not accept you get 3 extra pennies because you outlawed them, rounding it up to $6.50. No, no, no. You cannot allow that to start now. This is where it starts. How many times again and again and again do you have to be warned about the slippery slope and not pay attention? And years later, damn, they were right. I should have listened. Are you going to listen this time? Or are you going to wait till it's too late. And neighbors are being rounded up because indeed the cashless society has come, and they're not towing the party line. And if you're not towing the dictatorial statist line, they shut off your ability to buy, sell, and transact. And again, you can't put gas in your car. You can't pay for the license to be able to hunt. So they issue a warrant for your arrest because you're hunting. You're feeding yourself. That's not allowed without a license. But you can't pay for the license if they won't let you pay for the license. Now, I know, again, there's people thinking, oh, it could never. Have you not seen the evil on this planet and evil people with evil intent? It's why the Bible has the warning about the mark of the beast in it. You don't see it, you can't see it, or you want to live this delusion that, oh, the Bible can't possibly be right in that prophecy, despite being right in all those other prophecies? Okay, anyway, again, because of my OCD, I sent Donald Dunn an email with most of this outlined, but even after I hit send on that and went back to bed, more thoughts like so you think you'll hunt, huh? Uh-huh. Try hunting without a license and them knowing about it and finding out about it and not arresting you, right? So I had to get up and record this video. Some of you are going to think I'm crazy. I wish I could come up with an example, right? They thought so and so was crazy when they warned about such and such, but it came true. And this is going to come true at some point, especially if good, only thing necessary, evil prevail. Good people do nothing. And there's a whole lot of good people that, oh, I can't be bothered. What time's the game on? I'm too busy watching the boob tube. I can't be bothered with these kind of thoughts. And then one day they wake up, they're in chains, right? They're in shackles, wondering what went wrong because they weren't paying any attention. Okay. Again, think I'm crazy, but pay attention. As these things continue to unfold, it's going to be too late if you wait. No rhyming pun intended there, right? It's going to be too late if you wait, but yes, it will be. Take care. God bless. Love you all.